Did you know that the universe is planning something special for you, Gemini? In the coming days, God is preparing 8 heavenly gifts that will transform your life in ways you couldn't even imagine. If you were born under the sign of Gemini, pay close attention, because what's coming could change everything. You know that feeling that something big is coming? That butterflies in your stomach? That intuition that won't leave you alone? Well, dear Gemini soul, it's no coincidence. Heaven is conspiring in your favor, and I'm here to reveal exactly what God has prepared for you. These 8 blessings are already on their way, and you need to be prepared to receive them with an open heart. In the next few minutes, I'll show you each of these divine gifts that are about to touch your life. And look, if you don't know how to recognize these signs, you could miss incredible opportunities the universe has placed in your path. So take a deep breath, put your phone on silent, and come with me on this spiritual journey. Because what you'll discover here could be exactly the answer you've been looking for. First thing, a mental clarity that will illuminate your paths. You know that feeling when your Gemini mind starts to feel like a flock of birds flying in every direction? Thoughts here, ideas there, doubts everywhere? Well, my dear, God is preparing for you a precious gift called mental clarity. In the coming days, you'll feel as if a thick fog is finally lifting from your mind. Those decisions that seemed impossible to make will begin to make sense. Those paths that seemed confusing will light up, as if someone shined a flashlight right in front of your steps. This clarity doesn't come from nowhere. It's the fruit of your prayers, the tears you shed asking for direction, those moments when you looked to the sky and wondered which path to take. God heard your every sigh, every anguish, every sleepless night thinking about the future. And now He's responding with a gift that's essential for anyone with an active mind like you, Gemini. Imagine waking up in the morning and knowing exactly what you need to do. No more feeling lost in a maze of possibilities. You'll look at your life and see with crystal clarity where to invest your energy, which people deserve your time, which projects have a future, and which you need to leave behind. It's as if God is giving you a detailed map of your journey, showing you the shortcuts, the necessary detours, and the final destination. In practice, this means that that project you've been putting off because you didn't know where to start will become obvious. That relationship that was leaving you uncertain, you'll have the answer. That career choice that was keeping you up at night, the right path will reveal itself naturally. And do you know what's most beautiful? This clarity is accompanied by an inner peace so profound that you'll wonder why you've been so anxious for so long. The benefits of this mental clarity go beyond what you can imagine. First, you'll save a ton of energy that you used to spend sitting on the fence, analyzing 1,000 possibilities. Second, your decisions will be quicker and more assertive, which will help you move forward in life in ways you never thought possible. Third, the people around you will notice a change in you. They'll see you as more centered, more confident, more certain of your purpose. And last but not least, you'll finally be able to sleep peacefully, without that whirlwind of thoughts that kept you from resting. Second thing, divine connections that will arrive at the right time. Now pay attention to this second blessing God is preparing for you, my dear Gemini. In the coming days, special people will cross your path. And I'm not talking about just anyone. I'm talking about divine connections, the kind that seem to have been orchestrated from above, with surgical precision and at the exact moment you need them most. You know how it is, right? Gemini loves people, loves to talk, exchange ideas, and hear different stories. But not every connection is worth it. Some people just drain your energy, drag you down, complicate things instead of enriching them. But what's coming now is different. These are souls who will vibrate at the same frequency as you. People who will understand you without you having to explain too much. People who will bring exactly what you need to hear, see, or learn. It could be that friend who shows up out of the blue after years of no contact, just when you need some advice. It could be a new colleague at work who opens doors you never knew existed. It could even be someone you meet in a bank line, on a bus, or at a doctor's appointment. The universe doesn't choose fancy places to make divine connections happen. It chooses the right moment, period. The problem these connections will solve is that feeling of loneliness that sometimes grips your heart, even when you're surrounded by people. You know when you feel like no one truly understands you? When it seems like you speak one language and the world speaks another. These people God is sending will break that cycle. They will show you that you're not alone on this journey, that there are other souls vibrating on the same wavelength. How can we recognize these divine connections in practice? Simple. You'll feel it. It'll be that encounter that warms your heart, That conversation that seems like it lasted 5 minutes but was actually 3 hours. That person who looks you in the eye and sees who you truly are without masks, without judgment. Pay attention to the signs. If someone keeps showing up in your life in the next few days, pay attention. It could be the universe knocking on your door. And the benefits? Oh, there are many. First, you'll feel understood and welcomed in a way you haven't felt in a long time. Second, these people can bring you concrete opportunities, whether it's a job, a project, or a partnership that will transform your financial or professional reality. Third, you'll learn new things from these souls, expand your worldview, and grow spiritually. And fourth, these connections can turn into true, lasting friendships, the kind we cherish for a lifetime, and thank God for putting them in our path. Third thing, a deep emotional healing I've been waiting for. My dear Gemini soul, the time has come to talk about something very important that God is preparing for you. An emotional healing so deep that it will reach wounds you didn't even know still hurt. You know those hurts hidden deep in your heart? Those old sorrows you've pushed under the rug because you didn't have the courage to face them? Those traumas you've tried to forget, but that occasionally come back to haunt you? Well, the time has come to heal all of that. Geminis have this tendency to rationalize everything, to try to solve things logically, to put on a facade that everything is fine even when inside it's chaos. You smile at everyone, chat, joke, but when you get home, the weight on your chest is there. This third blessing that's coming is precisely for that, to free you from this weight you've carried for so long. God knows you're strong, that you can endure a lot, that you have an incredible ability to adapt and move forward. But He also knows you're human, that you feel, that you suffer, that you need healing. And in the coming days, He will pour upon you an oil of emotional healing that will reach the deepest layers of your soul. It could come through a revealing dream, a conversation that touches your heart, a moment of prayer where you finally cry out everything you've been holding in, or even a therapy session you decide to undertake. The problem this healing solves is enormous. You know that untreated emotional wounds become invisible chains that bind us to the past, block blessings, and prevent us from fully living the present and dreaming of the future. How many times have you held back from embracing a new love for fear of getting hurt again? How many opportunities have you turned down because insecurity got the better of you? How many nights have you spent tossing and turning, tormented by painful memories? In practice, this healing will happen when you decide to look within with courage. When you stop running from your emotions and allow them to surface. Will it hurt? Maybe a little at first, like cleaning a wound so it can heal properly. But then comes relief, lightness, and the feeling of finally being free. You can start by writing down your feelings in a journal, talking to someone you trust, seeking professional help if necessary, or simply allowing yourself to feel without judging your emotions as right or wrong. The benefits of this emotional healing will transform your life from the inside out. First, you'll feel lighter, as if you've lifted a heavy backpack from your back. Second, your relationships will improve, because you'll no longer project your wounds onto the people who love you. Third, you'll have more energy and drive, because you'll no longer waste your energy trying to repress your feelings. Fourth, your self-esteem will soar because you'll realize how brave you are for facing your pain. And fifth, you'll finally be ready to receive the other blessings God has in store for you, because a healed heart is open to love, prosperity, and happiness. If this video is touching your heart, if you feel like these words were made especially for you, then don't leave yet. Okay? Stay with me until the end, because I still have 5 incredible things to tell you about what God is preparing for you. And look, if you're enjoying this content, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing where each enlightened soul who passes by here comes from. And if you want to support this work, consider becoming a member or making a donation. If this video touched you, if it brought light to your life, your contribution helps us continue bringing more spiritual and welcoming content to you, and so many others who need to hear these messages. Shall we continue? Fourth thing, a creative awakening that will surprise you. And now comes one of my favorite parts, dear Gemini. God is about to open within you a source of creativity so powerful that you'll surprise yourself. You know that talent you once had but forgot? That desire to create something but never had the courage to start? That crazy idea that kept running through your head but you thought was nonsense? Prepare your heart, because all of this is about to come to life. Gemini is already a naturally creative sign, full of ideas, their mind always buzzing with possibilities. But life got tough, responsibilities increased, and that person who loved to write, draw, dance, sing, and create disappeared. You molded yourself into what was expected of you, putting your dreams aside and silencing your creative voice. But God hasn't forgotten the gifts He's given you, and now He's going to rekindle that flame. This creative awakening isn't just about hobbies or pastimes. It's about reconnecting with your essence, with what makes your eyes sparkle, with what brings genuine joy to your heart. It's about expressing who you truly are, without fear of others' judgment, without worrying about whether you're good enough. Creativity is the language of the soul, and when we create, we connect with the divine within us. The problem this awakening solves is that feeling of emptiness, of living on autopilot, of feeling like life is passing you by and you're not really living, just existing. How many times have you woken up and thought there has to be more than this? That there has to be color, joy, passion, enthusiasm? Creativity is the remedy for this apathy that sometimes takes over. How will this manifest in practice? Suddenly, you'll feel an inexplicable urge to pick up that dusty guitar and play a song. Or you'll have an impulse to write, and the words will flow as if by magic. Or you'll want to paint, cook something different, rearrange your home in a whole new way, plant a garden, take a course in something you've always wanted to learn. Don't ignore these impulses. They're God nudging you, telling you it's time to create, to express yourself, to bring beauty to the world in your own unique way. And you know what? This creative awakening can even open financial doors you never expected. Many people turn their talents into a source of extra income, or even a new career. That cake you bake that everyone raves about can become a business. That ease with words can turn into texts, books, lectures. That manual skill can become handicrafts that people will want to buy. The universe is abundant, and when you use your gifts, prosperity flows naturally. The benefits are simply amazing. First, you'll feel alive again, with a sparkle in your eyes that hasn't been there in a long time. Second, your self-esteem will soar because you'll be proud of what you're creating. Third, you'll have a healthy outlet to express your emotions, which is therapeutic and liberating. Fourth, the people around you will be inspired by you, will see your courage to create, and will want to do the same. And fifth, you'll leave your mark on the world, in your own unique way, the way only you can. And that, my dear, is priceless. Fifth thing, a strengthened spiritual protection against negative energies. Now pay close attention, because this fifth thing God is preparing for you is crucial, especially in these times. You will receive spiritual protection so strong, so powerful, that no negative energy, no evil eye, no envy will be able to reach you. It's as if God is placing an invisible armor around you, a shield of light that will protect you from everything that is bad. You know how it is, right? Geminis are communicative, always in contact with a lot of people, and not everyone wishes us well. Some people smile to your face but root against you behind your back. They have a heavy energy in certain environments. They have envy disguised as friendship. Some people can't stand to see you happy and send bad thoughts your way, even if unconsciously. And all of this weighs on you, my dear. All of this affects you. Have you ever noticed how some days you wake up feeling fine, but after meeting a certain person or entering a certain place, you feel strange, tired, or irritable for no reason? This is a spiritual attack, negative energy trying to bring you down. But in the coming days, God will strengthen your protection in such a way that you'll feel the difference firsthand. You'll notice that certain things that previously affected you no longer do. That mean comments will flow away like water. That heavy environments will no longer drain your energy. The problem this strengthened spiritual protection solves is precisely this energetic vulnerability we all have. There's no point in trying to solve everything solely on the material plane, ignoring the constant spiritual warfare going on. How many times have you been doing well, and suddenly everything started to go wrong without explanation? How many times have you felt sabotaged by invisible forces? This protection is here to shield you from all of this. In practice, how will you perceive and further strengthen this protection? First, keep your faith active, pray every day, even if it's just a short prayer in the morning and another at night. Prayer is a direct connection with God, and the more you pray, the stronger your protection becomes. Second, cleanse your home energetically, light incense, sprinkle coarse salt in the corners, let in sunlight, and open the windows. Third, be careful who you allow into your life and home, because energies are contagious. Fourth, use protective symbols if you feel comfortable with them. A rosary, a crystal, a saint's medal, whatever resonates with you. And you know the best part? When you're spiritually protected, it's not just you who benefits. Your loved ones are also protected because you're no longer a gateway for negative energy. Your home becomes a sanctuary of peace. Your children, if you have any, grow up in a more peaceful environment. Your relationships improve because you're no longer carrying energetic weight that isn't yours. The benefits of this spiritual protection are transformative. First, you'll have greater peace of mind and be able to sleep better without nightmares or disturbing thoughts. Second, your health will improve, as many illnesses have spiritual and emotional origins. Third, you'll have greater discernment to identify true friends from false ones. Fourth, your prayers will be more powerful because you'll be in tune with the divine. And fifth, you'll become a person of light, someone who radiates peace wherever you go, and people will sense this difference in you. Sixth thing, an unexpected financial opportunity knocking on the door. And look how wonderful, my dear Gemini. The sixth thing God is preparing for you has to do with an area that often keeps many people awake at night: finances. In the coming days, an unexpected opportunity to improve your financial situation will arise. And when I say unexpected, I mean it will come in a way you didn't imagine, from a source you didn't expect. It could be money someone owed you that you'd forgotten about. It could be a job offer that falls into your lap. It could be a business idea that pops into your head and has everything it needs to succeed. It could be a promotion you weren't even seeking. It could even be money you're entitled to receive, an inheritance, a labor settlement, something that was on hold and suddenly gets resolved. The universe has creative ways of bringing abundance when we're ready to receive it. Now, pay attention because this is important. This opportunity will come, but you need to be alert to recognize and seize it. Geminis can sometimes be so busy with their heads so full of things that they miss a good opportunity out of distraction. Don't make this mistake. When something comes up in the next few days that has to do with money, work, or business, don't dismiss it out of hand just because it seems different from what you're used to. God works in mysterious ways, and sometimes blessings come packaged in ways we don't recognize at first glance. The problem this financial opportunity solves is the constant pressure caused by a lack of money. It's being able to sleep soundly without worrying about running out at the end of the month. It's being able to give your child a gift without having to juggle bills. It's being able to treat yourself every now and then without guilt. It's having a reserve for emergencies, so you don't have to struggle when something breaks or someone gets sick. Money isn't everything in life, but a lack of it causes anguish that even disrupts our spiritual life. How can you apply this in practice? First, keep your eyes and ears open. Pay attention to conversations, the messages you receive, and the invitations that come your way. Second, don't be afraid to try new things. If an opportunity arises that you've never done before but feel like it could work, go for it with faith. Third, put your Gemini creativity to work. Think about how you can use your talents to make money. What are you good at that other people would pay to learn or have? Fourth, organize your finances. Write down everything that comes in and goes out, and make a simple plan. Because when God sends a financial blessing, He wants you to be wise with that money, to make it multiply, not to spend it all at once and go back to square one. The benefits of seizing this financial opportunity go far beyond the money in your account. First, you'll have greater peace of mind, and that's priceless. Second, you'll be able to help those you love, and the feeling of being able to reach out to those in need is wonderful. Third, your self-esteem will increase because you'll prove yourself capable of improving your situation. Fourth, you'll be able to invest in yourself, take that course, buy that book, and take better care of your health. And fifth, you'll be a living testament to the fact that God provides. And this will strengthen your faith and inspire others around you. Seventh thing, a renewal of physical energy and vitality. My dear, the time has come to talk about something you might not have expected, but God knows how much you need it. The seventh blessing coming your way is a complete renewal of your physical energy, your vitality, and your zest for life. You know that tiredness that seems to never go away? That feeling of waking up already tired? That lack of energy that makes even the simplest task seem like a burden? Well, that's over. Geminis tend to live at a mile a minute, always multitasking, always with a packed schedule, always with a racing mind. And the body, poor thing, keeps on going, keeps on enduring until eventually it gives signs it can't take it anymore. Aches and pains here, aches and pains there, insomnia, lack of energy, that desire to stay in bed all day. You might have thought this was normal, a sign of age, that it was just how it was. But it's not, my dear. God doesn't want you to live a life of hustle and bustle. He wants you to have life and life in abundance. Over the next few days, you'll begin to feel a subtle but powerful change. You'll wake up feeling more rested. Even if you've slept the same amount of hours, you'll feel like moving, walking, dancing, doing things you haven't done in a while due to lack of energy. You'll notice your mind is clearer because when the body is well, the mind functions better too. It's all interconnected. Physical, emotional, and spiritual work together. The problem this renewed energy solves is enormous. Because when we lack physical energy, everything becomes more difficult. Dreams are shelved because we lack the energy to pursue them. Relationships suffer because we lack patience, the desire to go out, to talk, to connect. Work becomes a heavy burden because each task feels like a mountain. And even our spiritual life grows cold because we lack the energy to pray. How can you cooperate with this blessing God is giving you? First, start taking better care of your body. You don't have to become an athlete overnight, but you can start with small changes. Drink more water, it makes a huge difference. Eat more fruits and vegetables, and less heavy foods that make us drowsy. Second, move a little every day, even if it's just a 15-minute walk. The body was made to move, and when we stay still, our energy stagnates. Third, improve the quality of your sleep. Turn off your cell phone an hour before bed. Make a calming tea, pray a little, prepare the environment for rest. Fourth, take time to breathe deeply, to meditate, to simply be in silence. Rest isn't just physical. It's mental and spiritual too. The benefits of having renewed energy are incredible. First, you'll enjoy life much more. You'll have the energy to do the things you enjoy, to be with those you love, to go on adventures. Second, your overall health will improve because an energized body is a healthier body with stronger immunity. Third, you'll be more productive at work and at home, able to accomplish in a few hours what used to take you all day. Fourth, your mood will improve. You'll be happier, more patient, and more relaxed. And fifth, you'll inspire others to also take care of their health, because they'll see the difference in you and want to know your secret. Eighth thing, a renewed and deep self-love. And we come to the eighth and final thing God is preparing for you, my dear Gemini, and this is perhaps the most important of all. Because what good are all the other blessings if you don't love yourself, if you don't value yourself, if you don't believe you deserve all the good things the universe has to offer? In the coming days, God will awaken in you a self-love so deep, so genuine, so true, that it will change the way you see yourself and how you relate to the world. You know when you look in the mirror and only see flaws? When you compare your life to others and feel like you've fallen behind? When you settle for less than you deserve because you think you're not good enough? When you demand too much of yourself, punish yourself for past mistakes, and sabotage yourself when things start to go well? Well, all of this is a lack of self-love, and God is about to heal that in you. This renewed self-love has nothing to do with arrogance or selfishness. It's not to be confused. It's about recognizing your worth as a child of God, as a divine, unique, and special creation. It's about respecting yourself, setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, and saying yes to things that make you feel good. It's about forgiving yourself for mistakes, giving yourself another chance, and believing that you can start over as many times as necessary. The problem caused by a lack of self-love is devastating. It makes you accept scraps in relationships because you feel you don't deserve true love. It makes you stay in jobs that drain you because you don't believe you can do better. It makes you sabotage your own achievements because deep down you don't think you deserve success. It makes you care about everyone but yourself, until you're exhausted, empty, with nothing to give. And worst of all, it distances you from God. Because how can you believe He loves you if you don't love yourself? In practice, how will this renewed self-love manifest? You'll begin to speak to yourself more kindly, replacing that critical inner voice with a loving and encouraging one. You'll begin to prioritize yourself, setting aside time to do things that make you feel good, guilt-free. You'll look in the mirror and find beauty, recognize your qualities, and celebrate your victories, even the small ones. You'll learn to say no without making excuses, because you'll understand that your time and energy are precious. You'll distance yourself from people and situations that diminish you and seek out environments where you are valued for who you truly are. Start by doing something simple every day. Look in the mirror in the morning and say something good about yourself. It may seem silly at first, it may even be embarrassing, but do it anyway. Tell yourself that you are strong, that you are capable, that you are loved by God, that you deserve good things. Make a list of your achievements no matter how small. That day you managed to get out of bed even though you were sad? Achievement. That time you helped someone? Achievement. That obstacle you overcame? Achievement. Stop minimizing your victories and start celebrating every step of your journey. Another important thing, stop comparing yourself to others. Everyone's life is unique. Each person has their own time, their own path, their own struggles. What you see on social media isn't real life. It's just a snapshot, a showcase. Focus on your own journey, your own progress. Is the you of today better than the you of yesterday? Then you're on the right track. And take care of yourself, okay? Do that thing you love but always put off. Take a long bath, apply a nice smelling lotion. Wear that nice outfit even without a special occasion. Prepare that delicious meal for yourself. Read that book, watch that movie. Treat yourself the way you would treat someone you love dearly. The benefits of developing this self-love are transformative at every level of your life. First, your relationships will improve dramatically. Because when you love yourself, you attract people who also truly love you. And you'll no longer accept being treated like a slouch. Second, your professional life will take off because you'll believe in your potential, charge what you're worth, and seek better opportunities. Third, your mental health will greatly improve. Anxiety and depression will diminish because you'll no longer be at war with yourself. Fourth, you'll make better decisions in all areas because you'll be listening to your intuition and honoring your needs. And fifth, your connection with God will deepen. Because when you love yourself, you're honoring the divine creation that you are. And this pleases the Father's heart. So, my dear Gemini soul, these are the 8 wonderful things God is preparing for you in the coming days. Mental clarity to illuminate your path. Divine connections that will appear at the right time. Deep emotional healing that will free you from the past. A creative awakening that will reconnect you with your essence. Strength and spiritual protection against all that is harmful. An unexpected financial opportunity that will improve your life. A renewal of physical energy and vitality. And a renewed self-love that will change everything. Now I want you to understand something very important. These blessings are already on their way, already released from heaven, but you need to be prepared to receive them. You need to have an open heart, attentive eyes, and a receptive spirit. You can't stay with the door closed and complain that the blessing hasn't arrived. Open the door, open the windows, let the light in. Trust in God's timing, which is always perfect, even when it seems slow to our human eyes. And you know what? These 8 things aren't isolated. They work together, one enhancing the other. When you have mental clarity, you recognize divine connections. When you're emotionally healed, your self-love blossoms. When you have physical energy, you can seize financial opportunities. When your creativity is awakened, you attract protection and abundance. It's all a divine dance, perfectly orchestrated by God to lead you to your best destiny. So I challenge you to do the following. In the coming days, wake up with gratitude in your heart. Before you even get out of bed, thank God for these 8 blessings that are coming. Declare out loud that you are ready to receive, that you believe, that you trust. And throughout the day, pay attention to the signs, the coincidences that aren't coincidences, the unexpected encounters, the ideas that come out of nowhere, the feelings that guide you. God is speaking to you all the time, you just need to learn to listen. And if you've made it this far, if you've watched this video to the end, it's no accident. It's because your heart needed to hear this message. It's because God knew you needed this encouragement, this hope, this certainty that better days are coming. So hold on tight to your faith, lift your head, wipe away those tears if they're there, and prepare your heart. The best is yet to come, and you deserve every bit of this happiness that's on its way. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 8 things touched your heart most deeply? Which of these blessings are you most eager to receive? Tell us in the comments, share your story, because when we declare, when we put it into words, we strengthen our faith and inspire others too. And if you have a friend, a sister, a mother who is a Gemini and needs to hear this message, share this video with them. Sometimes we are God's instruments to bring hope to someone. May God bless you abundantly. May He cover you with the sacred mantle of divine protection. May He shower upon you all these blessings and more. May your days be filled with light, love, prosperity, and peace. You are special, you are loved. You are worthy of all the good the universe has to offer. Never forget that. A kiss on your heart, and until the next video.